line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz to get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure. Yes, indeed, race fans. It's a glorious day here on PT Race TV, and we're glad to welcome you back here to PT Race TV Live, here from the showcase of all stock car racing, Daytona National Speedway, and tonight's serial race presented in part by DustyPetes Gifts and Collectibles. Be sure to go to DustyPetes.com to check out all their lineups and all that they present to you on their category and their catalog. And they can surely get you the most unique gifts, the most unique places. Right? We'll see what unique stuff we got on the track today, as we are currently right now looking on at a long line list of cereal. When I came onto this job, I didn't think I'd have to call a race where everybody literally had cereal as their scheme, but here I am today. So, with that said, let's get to our grading order before I start to get really hungry. I just had dinner, guys. I don't need breakfast. Anyway, here's your lineup today. Here's presented by Six Sigma Sim Racing here. It is going to be Mike Rideout in the 76 on the starting lineup. Is outside Keith Long in the 71. Row number 2 is Tyler Ork in the 8. Is outside Garrett C. Crawford in the 69. Run number 3 sees Daniel Moynihan in the 77, is outside Warren Young in the 9. Run number 4 is Julian Conde in the 18, is outside Kevin Menepace in the 42. Run number 5 is going to be Cody McRae in 28, is outside is Kevin Baker in the 87. If run number 6, Robert Kahn 21, is outside is Matthew Hoffert in the 84. In row number 7, that will be piloted down by Chantel Bottle in the 5, her outside Stanley Pottle in the 48. And finally in row 8, Dustin Sonaker in the 50 with Brian Colleton in your 13. This is a laundry list of cars, to say the least, as much as it is a laundry list of carbs that I'm going to have to try to stay the heck away from at all possible here. These guys have made me hungry, I'm not gonna lie. This is legitimately made me hungry. But they asked for it, they wanted to race it, so we're gonna let them race it out. Anyway, here we go. We're getting ready to get everyone settled up today. The action at hand here as the field continues to work their way on around on turn number 4 here. The guys can share the stream around a little bit, as I had really little to no time to do it, unfortunately. Would certainly appreciate it. Would certainly appreciate your love and support as well. If you haven't already signed on, like, follow us up on Pizzeries TV. As we get down to the action, though, green flag is out. We're underway for the serial race of June 6th, and this is your lineup as they reel them down across the track. Anna Thompson saying, "Don't blame me, I'm hungry, just watching this." Thank you, at least. I appreciate some support there, my friend. There's just too much cereal, man. I've really been on a diet for this long time, man. My carb limits are just hitting me. But I do also have to reiterate, there is a reason why they're doing a cereal scheme. There is a little prize on the line for the best scheme today. So whoever has the best scheme out of the bunch will get a little special gift from our friends at DustyPetes.com, Gifts and Collectibles. And so far wise, I marked my 3 down. I was watching practice. I had to mark 3 guys down. The first one is that stunning one of Keith Long right now. He's got not a very colorful scheme, but it's a very stylized scheme. It reminds me a lot of the Terry Labonte number 5 car when he drove the Kellogg's machine out there. And I get that kind of urge with it, so I like that one already. But I also am liking that Warren Young number 9 car as well, because of how simple and elegant the Honey Snacks design is. And then I will also say Kevin Menepace in that 42 has a burner of a peanut butter Captain Crunch scheme going on there. It's hard for me to pick one on this one, guys. It's really going to be hard. Cameron Wesenberg saying, "Go Sparky" today. And Sarah M. Harrison coming on board saying, "Good luck, Warren." Thanks, everybody, for tuning on in. Race-wise so far, it's your usual Daytona back and forth here as both drivers right now trying to find some work on the outside. Multiple lanes being used, multiple lines being sought after as you got a 45-lap race ahead of them. It's a very tight little track and a very tough little angle to really shoot for into the gaps and in positions. A lot of drivers always talk about how difficult it is just to get around a plate track like this at the speeds you carry and the runs you have to use, but if you time your shots just right and know how to work around the track, I don't think it's too much work for the rest of you. So remember my picks though, guys. Keith Long and 71, the 9 of Warren Young, and the 42 Kevin Menepace. I'm going to pick one of those schemes later on. I just don't know which one yet, and I've got to figure that out sooner rather than later. And I'll show you guys why that is in a minute here and why it's so difficult, tough to pick one, because you can already see right there on the left side of your screen, that is Menepace's ride. You can't tell me that thing don't look pretty sweet down there, man. That's a pretty gnarly looking ride. But this honey snacks machine of Warren Young, man, I'm just, really, to me, it looks like a legitimate scheme I would have seen on the NASCAR track, on the NASCAR surface, and it actually really has a sleek design, very sweet looking ride to it. Stanley Powell's got a pretty decent little ride there on the Rice Krispies Streets number 48, but it's kind of hard for me to really go with that one, to be honest with you. Stanley's ride looks very simple and very elegant. It definitely looks like something I would see on the racetrack, but to me, it just doesn't quite. I don't know. I'm not getting that snap, crackle, pop feeling I would get. I just don't feel it there, unfortunately. Some of the other drivers here just go around to their schemes wise now. Chantel Otto originally was supposed to do just a cinnamon toast, cinnamon Cheerios number 5 scheme, but ended up going with something that looks more kind of a tone to what Tony Stewart kind of came up with, and now it has Apple Jacks on the side of that thing, so I'm going to disqualify her alone for that because you can't have 2 Cheerios. You gotta go with one. Brett looks like they're right. I really hope I said that, but I guess that was the wrong time to say it. Oh boy. Well, who started it? Somebody started it down there on turn number 4 on the front straightaway. There is a huge wreck ensued here, and unfortunately a major little hit there off the track. Take a look at the replay, find out what happened. Presented by Premier Race Setups, here is the lift. Well, I believe I see a 71 of Keith Long up there intervening here. I think he might have been the contributor to that. Let's take a look one more time here as we get a good look at this. Drove it up high, came back down. Everything seems okay here. That definitely was not okay though. And the officials definitely agreeing with that statement. They did not like it either. So the 71 of Keith Long must go to the outhouse. He's been a bad boy. Daniel Moynihan here in that Cinnamon Toast Crunch 77. I mean, you can't go wrong with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But here's the problem with this, guys. You have any idea how many times I've seen his scheme out there? How many times I've seen that car out? Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful looking ride. Oh, no, I'm not discrediting him there. But I also have to say that I have to be fair and just, and I can't give him that one tonight. So you've read it too many times, Moynihan. If it was just the once, I'd maybe give you a pass, buddy, but I can't give you a pass here. I'm sorry. So now, definitely another little Kellogg scheme out there, courtesy Crawford. Now, I do like the look of it. The problem I have with this scheme, yeah, I really should just get some camera angles down there. Producers, can you get me a rotating camera down there, please? Okay, thank you. The problem is like some of these schemes, like right here, you can just see it's a very good-looking Fruit Loop scheme, but the problem I have with it is it just doesn't quite mesh with me. It doesn't really talk to me, you know? And that's kind of the biggest problem with it. It's like, if it doesn't talk to me, I can't choose it. I can't really just go that route. Now, this one's pretty simple, pretty clean. You got a good look here on Tyler Oryx, number 8 Camaro here. A very nice little ride here on the Tricks cam. Got a little bit of a simple, plain look to it, yes, but it's definitely there. Now, despite the trouble there with Keith Long, he does, again, have a very good scheme out there. And you're probably going to come at me saying, oh, it's just so plain and bold. But it's like, sometimes simple is better than nothing. And I actually really dig it. It looks good. It's a nice cornflakes Kellogg's design up. Again, I believe it's kind of forward-fitting after Terry Labonte. Actually, it does say Terry Labonte outside there, doesn't it? It does. Okay, do I have to disqualify him for just kind of taking somebody else's ride then? I don't know. But I'll throw it up to a flip of the coin. Now, here's one of the schemes I really did like here, and I really do enjoy. This is a Kevin Mennepace number 42. This Captain Crunch Peanut Butter Crunch Machine 42. absolutely wicked design on this thing. I love the look of it, and I like that it also kind of inserts a little bit of some other things in there, like of course the LaFantech sponsorship and everything. So it's got a very unique design to it, very cool looking ride out. But I don't know. To me, it's kind of hard to really give it the full-fledged feel and power of it. I can't quite give you a good explanation. To me, it's simple and nice, but it just isn't quite, you know, what I would expect too much. But I do really like it, so I think I'm gonna go with that one here as one of my top 3. Dustin Sonegar, by the way, we're looking at Sparky's car here, and you know, this Lucky Charms 50 Camaro. Honestly, I like the idea he came up with, but it just doesn't quite. I don't know. To me, it doesn't look as good maybe as I was kind of hoping it would. I was kind of expecting a little bit more. Simple design though on the number 18 Julian Conde. Got a little frosted flakes action going here. I mean, if you wanted to go for a third, then that's the one you're going with there. But I don't know if I can really fit with that one. Now here's the one that right now has been kind of irking me. I mean legit irking me. This Honey Smacks Kellogg's number 9. I'm sorry guys, but this thing, you look at this bad boy and it is absolutely wonderful. Very awesome design on this thing. It's catching my eye, it's catching my attention, and it is really making me question whether or not I should just go with that one. It's hard not to. We'll see though. We're gonna get back to the green flag though. We're back underway. I don't know, maybe I'm just a simple man. Maybe I like simpler designs. I like kind of a unique blend. I'm kind of pinpointing it down to Menapace and Young. I'm going to give my final thoughts later in the race, who I think is going to be my pick. But you can still see, we'll still go around and look at some of the other drivers here later too. Shuffling and moving around down there, coming down off turn number 2. Looks like drivers trying to run the bottom lane, getting a little bit loose, while at the same time trying to run that top side. Reese's Puffs, number 76 here. That is Mike Rideout right now, currently up on the top end, on the top banking work with that 28 of Cody McRae down below him. McRae got some kind of unique little scheme down there. I haven't really took a look at it yet. I think that might be, is that another Lucky Charm scheme down there? Hold on. I think if we get him to a stop here, maybe we can get the camera on him. Or maybe not. Maybe we can do it now. That's a 40 Pebble scheme. All right. From front of that car. Can I just qualify him right there for just trying to be conflicted under a marketing brand? That's Cody McRae on the front of that car, man. What the heck? Oh my days. Oh. Well, give him credit for at least coming up with something original, but I don't know. I'm not going to give him the look there. Cameron Wesenberg corrected me, saying Lucky Charms is Sparky down there, Dustin Sloanaker. Well, like I said, I think I've narrowed it down. It will be between Young and Menapace, so you guys let me know in the chat. Who do you think is better on that one, Menapace or Young? I'll let you guys help me decide this. Try to convince me which one is better than the other. You've seen my taste, you see my looks. They've made me hungry. And by the way, I've never eaten Honey Smacks before, and I've never even touched Peanut Butter Captain Crunch. Actually, I really would not care to eat either one of them, but I can say they both look really good, and they are making me hungry. So I want you down in that comment section to tell me which one you think it should be. I've got one vote for Young right now. Sarah M. or Harrison going for it. Remember, my two choices are Young in the 9 and the 42 of Menapace. So I will let you guys decide for the rest. You can figure out which one you like more than the other. And tell me your favorite scheme down there. Is there a car you like that I don't like? Let me know. Wesenberg saying Menapace. Brandon saying Menapace. Oh, you guys getting a lot of love down there, the Peanut Butter Boy. I'm kind of shocked, honestly. I thought maybe there's a little too much going on with that compared to what Young's is, but maybe I might be wrong. I don't know. Well, we'll work them off down on turn number 3 and turn number 4, though. Drivers side by side still battling back for position. Moynihan right now in the 77 trying to get the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which, objectively, in my opinion, is probably my favorite cereal on that car. Don't come at me for that one, folks. But he is right now. He's trying to sugar up and slice up a few of the guys here as Robert Kahn is on the bottom lane defending his line, defending his track. Has a great track position, but has something to really stick with it. Weatherberg saying, but Spark got the best looking one in my opinion, but that's my driver. Fair enough. Fair statement, sir. I appreciate the unbiased to biased approach. Nice job. That's pretty good, my friend. Stanley Pyle in the 48 trying to get down onto the bottom shelf there. Doesn't really want to be up topside anymore, it seems. Wants to try to get in a bit of a better spot here. We talked about how difficult it is, though, when you're on top shelf and you need to get down to that pit road exits, and you're almost going to run out of fuel just by literally having to deal with drivers back and forth here. It can get a bit tricky here in the late run in the late stages, and these drivers know it. Stanley Pyle nearly putting the Kellogg Rice Krispies number 48 right up and into that corner panel there of the number 9, Warren Young. I guess he heard that I liked the scheme on that 9. He wasn't too big of a fan of that, I guess. Terry Abonte, number Stein, Dub, number 71, Keith Long right now moving his way down into the positions down on the track here, trying to get some extra angles, some extra momentum going his way. Lap 15 of 45 comes to a close. Now we're going into the next lap around here. Now, I do not know if I am able to say on air what the DustyPetes is going to give out to the race winner of this team here, but I presume they'll probably be pretty happy to know what it is when it comes to it. And for the record, no, it's not Cold Hard Cash. I'll get that one out of the way. If you want that, you can race the Super Money race. Hashtag not sponsored. Which, by the way, folks, the Super Money race here, you've seen very big hits to you fans and everyone that tuned on the show. And we really do appreciate you guys supporting that little gig and that little round. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on. Trouble! Warren Young spiraling down on the front straightaway. What the heck happened to him? The 9 comes to a bit of a crashing halt here. What the heck happened here? Looks like he tried to avoid the 48. It ends up clipping him. No caution was thrown, though, so he will remain under the green. Well, Warren definitely dug himself into a bit of a hole there, unfortunately, with that little mistake. Popping them around down on the front to the back straightaway here. Everyone's still in a hot charge, hot position here, trying to work their way around the track here. Also, I guess I forgot there was one scheme out here. The 84 Matthew Hopper. Hopper looked like he also had a little bit of trouble down there as he's running the Honey Nut Cheerio scheme there. It's not going to change my opinion, by the way, of Young or Metapace here, so, but it's a pretty looking ride there. I'll give him that. Lap starting to close off though here as you see the pace in the field starting to dictate around a little bit more. A lot of angles will really be thrown into and a lot of angles really be out of. How you kind of combat the action, how you combat the gravity is what makes you the best or the brightest of the drivers. Does take a little bit of luck, yes, that is for sure, but I mean, you can say the same thing about that with any motorsport because you're really having to play a fine line between mechanical problems to your own mental and physical problems you got to deal with out on the track constantly, not just between yourself, but other drivers and everyone else around the track. it can be a bit of a handful down there, and these guys know that all too well. That's why they pay close attention to everything they do. Well, right now the 18, Julian Conde, Raymond moving up in the Frosted Flakes machine, trying to get some help from Kevin Menapace here as number 42 continues to drive on and push hard as he can right now, trying to hang in there. Yeah, now I'm seeing Kevin Menapace more on the track. I mean, I am starting to kind of falter into that line. Maybe you guys are thinking it is a good scheme, but I don't know. I'm still kind of driving down Warren Young's path here, guys. I might have to get the coin now and flip it so I don't have any kind of bias towards myself. Has anybody got a coin here in the studio? No? I gotta find one? That's too much work. Anyway, 25 laps left to go here. We're coming straight to the end here. As the field continues to battle it out, race fans will come back. More action to be had. Daytona has only just begun, and the racing commences away here on the show. Tonight's race, ladies and gentlemen, here at Daytona Speedway has been brought to you in part by our friends at DustyPetes.com, Gift and Collectibles, and also brought to you by our friends at PremierRacingSetups.com, the fastest, the toughest, the best setups around. Only one name stands above all, Premier Race Setups. Be sure to visit them up at their website, PremierRacingSetups.com, to get yourself set to go for the track today. By Six Sigma Sim Racing, best sim cockpits designed up your way, your style. They are the most affordable branch you can get for your absolute needs, from aluminum profiles to the main rigs themselves. By the Racing Groove, the best of race talks, news, and coverage. The Racing Groove is the best place to get all that and then some. Be sure to visit us up on our Facebook. And by Lightning Wrapz, most affordable designs made your leisure. Lightning Wrapz looks to bring out the best designs in your library. And it looks like there is some trouble down there. And it looks like Metapace might have felt my broadcaster curse. I was talking about how good a scheme looks. And now trouble be a brewing. Well, let's take a look at the Pizza Instant Replay, because I got a feeling we might have something to look at here. They were coming off the front straightaway. We saw them pass by as we were under commercial, and then I don't even know what the heck happened. Well, from that angle, it looked like Metapace just went straight down and clobbered him. But I gotta make sure we got the right car on that one before we can make a conclusive decision here. There's Conde there. There's Metapace. Drove down low, and yeah, you can definitely tell that 69 took a hit and a half there. That definitely is not gonna set well with him. Metapace will retire the car at least. Well, the field will have to regroup, re-strategize, and reevaluate their plans, because it looks like they've kind of put themselves in a bit of a hole. But it's time to take a look at our schemes here again. So let's take a look at some of our other drivers. And here is the Snap Crackle Pop, designed up Rice Krispies, Cinnamon Rice Krispies, excuse me, and then mixture of Kellogg's Apple Jacks, number 5 Chantel Pottle. Not a horrible looking scheme, but knowing what Chantel has usually brought to the table, I feel this one's a little bit off, honestly, for her. So, I hate to say it, but yeah, it's kind of a pass. Alright, I really, really, really love Reese's Puffs as a kid, and I love Reese's Cups still as an adult, but I kind of have to disqualify Mike Rideout for the fact that he mixed Reese's Cups and Puffs together. So, I like the scheme, but I'm sorry to say that Reese's Cups is not going to sit well with me, my man. Hey guys, again, I told you, I'm just cold and honest here. I will say what is on my mind and what I think. Here's the Rice Krispie scheme, though. Stanley Pottle here in the 48 as you get a good look at that Rice Krispies Snack Crackle Pop machine. Very good design. I love the look of it. But again, to me, it just doesn't feel as strong of a contender as some of these other schemes out here do. And you know, I'm not a huge fan of Rice Krispies, but I gotta admit up front, it is a pretty good little scheme there for what he's got. We saw Crawdad, Garrett C. Crawford earlier in his Fruit Loops scheme, and yes, I absolutely loved Fruit Loops when I was a kid too, but I don't know, the scheme doesn't quite blend into what I think a Fruit Loop scheme should look like. So, and I believe that's all our designed up cars, unless I'm missing one. I guess I am missing one. So let's take a look at the Honey Nut Cheerios, number 84 of Hofford. And you know, you can say what you want about it, but the General Mills design of it, to me, is not quite as good as maybe I was kind of expecting it to be. It definitely fits the molding of a Honey Nut Cheerio scheme, but I don't know. To me, it just doesn't quite reverberate back to me. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just completely psychotic, and y'all just really just trust my opinions. I guess I don't know. Face lights are off on the pace car here, and we'll let everyone get refired back up. Got about 20 laps left to go when we come to that green flag restart here, and I'm still kind of going with Warren Young on this one, guys, on the schemes wise. I know folks are saying minute pace, but I feel like that number 9 just has a very clean look to it. I love it. It's just right there with me, man. I like it. I just want to see more of it. Well, we're bringing right back around down off the turn number 4 on that front straightaway here, back to the green flag. We're back up, lights are on, and we're all home and go to go. Well, the good news is for Matthew Hoffer and Warren Young, they actually get a bit of a break here, getting back into the lead spectrum and the lead patch of the track here as Mike Rideout in the 76, slamming that Reese's Puffs machine on the wall. Got too close for comfort and maybe out of the way of some of the other guys and got a little bit of a bad spot. Now trying to hang on, trying to keep up position, keep up the pace. Kevin Minute pace, that 42 Toyota Supra end up causing the caution come out there, unfortunately, with Garrett C. Crawford at 69. Now Crawdad trying to get back on the contentions. As the rest of your field continues to march and pound the way up the track here, everybody looking pretty solid and pretty good here out of the gate. Some drivers that have been notably missing when it comes to the race winner circle include that 5 and that 8. Right now, Moynihan has a win to his name in the 77, but is looking to try to keep going with it. Julian Conde would love to get a win here after his horrible little incident there last night when Battle of the Metal Racing League went to town in Chicagoland Speedway. Got himself into a bit of a bad spot. Didn't even get off the line on the final restart before we went pretty much green flag from there. He said to me earlier today, I wish that I just simply had everything put together and everything was fixed, but kind of the ordeals of racing sometimes. First bottle, she just said point blank, I just want to get this thing out of the slump already. I've been second too many times. I want to get that win in. Well, she certainly is getting a bit of help from Khan here on that as she continues to push and strive and dive it up to the top end and get some major speeds up under the hood. And her focus and determination in her eyes will tell you a different story. It's almost really fitting just how much determination and evaluation she puts into that equipment, she puts into that rig there, and tries to see everything from every angle, every line. Really getting close and getting back to what she's trying to go for, what she's going for here in this case. Just an interest in getting that on. Well, Khan right now currently is working in a good spot. Oh no, hold on down there. We got trouble. We've got trouble. And a big wreck ensuing right here on turn number 3 here. Multiple drivers involved in this one, and it looked like Robert Khan got sideswiped and side-napped is what I meant to say. And it looked like that might have been Moynihan there in the 77 pushing him up a little bit to get a little bit more of a run. I think he may have pushed a little too hard. I don't know what's going on with these Xfinity cars, but they sure are not handling too well today with this. Tyler Orrick is the other one involved in the wreck. And it looks like Moynihan was the one that initiated everything. And you can see Robert Kahn, ouch, just slamming it right into that inside wall retainer fence. And you can just see that thing took a huge hit and a huge little nudge there. But that's kind of the ordeals you fall into on these display tracks sometimes. Flipped off that right near nose there and just ended up taking for a bit of a ride, and he has actually taken the EOL already, so. He will slow off in the pace and slow off in the distance after that huge little hit. I believe he just literally said over the radio, guys, that was my own fault. And the race officials abiding by that and giving him a chance to get put back in the pack here. So good sportsmanship by Moynihan there. That's one thing these drivers really share, and credibility-wise, they really use a lot of. It's people, everybody working together with this stuff. William Paramus saying, hats off to DustyPetes for sponsoring the best appearing car and race tonight. Thanks, Dustin Sorber. Wade, thanks for coming on board. Thank you again to Dustin as well here. We appreciate your support to the race, sir. So now the field ready to go at it once again. And the field's starting to dictate the pace up a little bit. We're getting closer to the end with only about 13 to go. And look at this, Stanley Pottle in the 48 is going to stay out and try to fight this one off. Chantal Bottle though in that 5. Looking to surpass and pass him around the track. Kevin Menepace, the 42, looking to get back up to where he was at earlier and make a run for this one. if you recall, it was here in the first race this season at Daytona, of all things, Kevin Menepace got his very first career win here on Pizza Race TV. And he's looking to do it again here with a car for the performance. Dustin Sorber has coming on board here saying, you got it. Hey, Dustin, good to have you on board here, sir. Remember, there is a paint scheme on the line here today, guys. That will be our winner of the schemes. And right now, it's between, really, for me, just Menepace, that 42, and that 9 of Warren Young. And like I said, guys, I'm still going back and forth with this, but I'm feeling that number 9 right now more than anything. You can't see the 9 back there just quite yet. He's a little bit further behind the bunch there. There he is. There's that Honey Smacks 9 machine. Then you see Menepace, that Peanut Butter Captain Crunch machine as well. That thing just stands out above the crowd. That's why I like it so much. But it's hard to really go back and forth between those two. I don't know which one to go with. So I'm going to have to probably get the coin flip here in a minute. I actually found a coin laying around here. So speaking of a coin flip, it might be as well be a coin flip between the two Pottles here. Stanley and Chantel working their way around on the top side here as both drivers continue to go back and forth with each other. Chantel trying to drive hard on the outside line, get some speed going up her way, trying to hang in there with this crew and get some good ground clearance. Dealing with a lot of pressure though, knowing what's right behind both of them here. Both drivers continuing to hang in there though. Stanley trying to hold the bottom lane. He knows he doesn't have to work too much harder down there. Has to just stay nice and smooth. Chantel Pottle, though, with the outside line, has a lot more push, a lot more grip and give than that bottom does. And I think she knows it. That's why she's using it to her advantage. And it's working quite well, I will say. Well, laps left to go right now as we're starting to get closer to the edge here, closer to the ending of this one. Field starting to get spaced in a bit. Chantel has a slight advantage on the outside. You can see her getting much bigger runs on the back straightaways. And that first straightaway especially is where she's getting all that momentum back, all that power. Stanley getting a little bit of a help though from Menepace here in the 42 as they push and run their way up. Even Kevin Baker in the 87 right now making a little bit of a resurgence. He has never won here on Pizza Race TV. I think he's really going to change that today. Having to kind of maneuver around, have to work up and down to make in position and making the pace. Well, that much has really changed into the mix and in the runs here. It seems like mainly everybody's just trying to find the same way, how to get around those Pottles up there. Are we gonna, could we possibly see a Chantel and Stanley Pottle finale here between these two and see which one is the better of the two? Well, both drivers seemingly have been back and forth with one another here, trying to hang into this lineup, trying to hang up in this spot. Nobody giving an inch here, no one giving out or giving in. They just know one thing is for sure, and that is to stay focused on the overall run. Oh, coming right into the mix, and Stanley Powell gets taken for a ride there on the back straightaway. Big wreck coming out of turn number 2. Oh! And Stanley getting collided majorly in there. A major wreck here on the back straightaway. Multiple drivers involved in that one. Took a huge hit there and a huge lick. I couldn't really tell what exactly went wrong there. So we take a look at the instant replay. Well, from my end, it looks like a bit of netcode, unfortunately, on Stanley Paddle's end. And I'm not really sure how to go about that one, or how to really judge that call. I mean, you guys be the difference maker here, but I honestly think that was a netcode issue there. Could have been okay. But from that angle there, yeah, that's definitely a really bad netcode, unfortunately. And McRae, Sloanaker, taking a little bit of a bump or two in there, and that's really about all she wrote. And by the way, these drivers only get 2 fast repairs, so they may have been using up a few of them too many times now. They're going to have their hands full. Well, Phil will get centered back off, and when we come back, we're going to finish this race out one way or another. Stay tuned. We're just about done here at Daytona.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz to get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Pete's Race TV, as we're currently getting set back up for your finale here at Daytona International Speedway for the final laps, that is, anyway. We'll have 5 laps to go here coming to the line, so we're putting the top 5 up and ready to showcase here. I'm going to talk about some wild moments, some wild little spots here. Man, it's been absolutely chaotic. It's been crazy. It's been awesome, though. That's exactly what you want around here, and that's exactly what you need to see. That is what we come for, we come to be. With 5 to go right now, Kevin Menepace has taken the race lead over, and it looks like he and Chantel Pato will have another battle between each other, with both drivers looking to take this one into full perspective. Actually, Paddle is the one on the lead on the inside, so she's technically the leader. Menepace is in the second slot, and then it's right out Oric and them. But still, Paddle, without a race win, so many laps, so many times, she's looking to finally get that curse broken already. Menapace, he's won here before. Would love to get another one here. I guarantee you he's going to be flooring this bad boy all the way around if he can. Mike Rideout and the 96 are going to try to hang on. The 8 of Tyler Ork as well. Going to have his hands full here as these guys and gals have been pretty much battling at it for all the time and all the racing in the world. And it's time to see who can outsmart the other. So many laps left to go. So much position at stake here. We'll bring him around off of the front straightaway once again. Leading into our final green-white, one of our final laps here. This is a closer. Green-white checkers are now coming up, but 5 to go here. Mikey Branham saying, "Let's go, Conchites, me man, Captain." What? I don't even know if that's. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that on camera. I don't even know if I can say that on camera. I don't know why I just tried to even say it. Anyway, right now we're working their way down across the back straightaway here, and sends up Otto with the lead. Bennett Pace though looking back behind, looking for an opening. Mike right out on the inside lane, looking to try to get some speed going, looking for a last-ditch effort. The speed, draft, and push now being put into full use. Aim for your spots, hit your target, hit your mark. Only go for what you need to in that draft line. The outside left all open. We're going 3 wide salute here at Daytona. Can be a bit of a handful, a bit of a head scratcher if you're not too careful here. Coming up right down on the back straightaway here, and it is a side-by-side duel still between the two front runners, Benepace and Bottle, both making pretty strong cases for themselves. Chantel looking for that win she's been dying to get for a while now. Benepace looking to get another one after a bit of heartaches and hard troubles since his first win in the Pushing Limits Racing League this season's opener he got. The rest of your field right now looking on from behind. Maybe a little bit of a push or a shove here coming up from between these guys. As you see the 9 of Warren Young move, scratching his way, drawing back up to the front. Fastbound around turn number 2. Solid position, solid start off on the back end here. Everybody looking for their run, looking for their... Like saying it's a slugger for Cabin Crush. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. Oh, and I don't think Evan Baker wants to know what happened to him here. Moynihan got him a little bit in turn number 3 and takes him for a bit of a ride. Unfortunately, the corner panel's getting put to full use and takes him out of contention. Baker's day done and over with. That's an unfortunate issue there for the A7. As we're coming closer to the end, the outside line goes the number 21 Robert Kahn, moving up to the chains. He's trying to get help from Slonaker, but Slonaker slamming the wall protection down into turn 1. Opens the door up for right out of them to work their way around. And Kahn getting pumped and beaten and battered a little. They're shaking him over there. Who's going to give the opening first and who will make the mistake first? We're down to a white flag flap. Here we go. Right out looking for a win. Looking to get one off on these boys. Minute Base slowed down tremendously. Tyler Ork taking the 21 of Kahn yet again. Kahn can't get out of there. Chantel Bottle is just 4 corners away though from possibly ending her illustrious closing streak. And a huge wreck ensuing right behind the whole field. Warren Young clips one of the drivers down there. Connie Moynihan left all alone. Chantel Pottle has got the lead. She's got a huge lead on these boys, leading them down the back straightaway. Trying to get the finish. Trying to get to the end. She knows Moynihan and Connor are not working together. This could be it. She needs to hold on. Those two are not going to work with one another. They're just going to race each other out. They're going to come to the line, and it looks like Moynihan literally last minute then goes for it, but left all alone. The hard charger of the day is going to go to Chantel Bottle, and the streak of losing ends. She finally will get a win back on Pizza Racing TV. So many days, weeks, and about a couple of months of trying, failure, and troubles all around. And another win. Will at last go to Chantel Bottle as she manages to hang on and take these boys down to the end, down the wire. They got a little too crazy even for themselves. She knew it too, and she took all the advantage and took full track ready for it. And I think tonight there might be a few Rice Krispies and a few Apple Jacks to be celebrated with. Here come the burnouts. It's been a while since she's been able to do these. Been a time or two since she's been able to do them, and now she finally gets them out of the way and gets a victory in here. Presented by Six Sigma Sim Racing. Here is your final results now on your screen, race fans. Chantel Bottle, the losing streak ends here. Comes away with a victory and hard charger award. Robert Kahn will go second in the 21. The 77 and Daniel Moynihan is going to go third. What a performance by him late in the run. Keith Long getting a nice fourth place finish. Matthew Hofford making a little charge back from the outhouse. Gets into fifth. Sixth to Cody McRae in the 28. The 18 Julian Conde goes into a good seventh. 8th Tyler Orrick, and 9th to the 9 of Warren Young, and 10th going to Mike Wright on the 76. And I said earlier that I had to pick a race winner scheme. Well, I think I've got my scheme picked, and I think I know who is going to be the serial scheme winner. His name is now popping up on your screen. That's right. I'm going to give it to Warren Young. The scheme is just that good. I love it. It's a very solid looking design. It's simple and it's designed elegantly. I would love to have raced it myself, but for him, I will give him the bonus and the benefit. He is your serial scheme winner here at Daytona International Speedway, so hats off to him. But Menapace definitely coming up a solid second place on that, and I'll give him that any day of the week. But ladies and gentlemen, now we're ready to talk with the drivers. Your top three now join me here into the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, your third place finish is going to come into that Cemental Scrunch scheme. It is Daniel Moynihan in the 77. And Daniel, talk about really having to hard charge and hard fight this one around, man. You had found yourself in a few bad spots and a few tough little angles. And yeah, here you are coming away here with the third place finish.
Yeah, talking about tough angles and tough spots, that the beginning of the last lap there, I don't even know what happened. I don't know how I made it through there, but I somehow clutched it up like that and survived.
Survived, conquered, and be able to hold out just long enough. But I'm going to ask you this, though. I mean, you and Robert Kahn, you were literally side by side there for a good majority of that last bit till the end. Do you two just not want to try to work together to get back up to that 5, or what was going on down there?
I think we were both trying to make moves and get to the front as quickly as we could, because we only had 5 laps to go after that last caution, and I think we were just trying to both make our own moves, and I guess Kahn's moves were a little better than mine, but good race on his part, good race on Pottle's part as well, and glad I made it out alive.
You made it out of this one, all right. Well, everyone else, you come third here. Is anybody else you want to thank here at Daytona?
Thank you to all the sponsors. Thank you to you, Chris, for the broadcast. Thank you to Pottles for putting all this on as well. Yeah.
For sure there. Well, Moynihan, we do appreciate you coming on board again, sir, and we certainly can't wait to see you next time out on the track. Best of luck, and thanks for coming on board today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Daniel Moynihan, ladies and gentlemen, 77, rocking some Cinnamon Toast Crunch schemes up into the pack and in the fight. Now join me, though, in is, of course, the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn. And Kahn, as you come away second here today, my friend, you certainly had found yourself in a few tight little angles and tight little positions here throughout this one.
Yeah, it was hard to get good runs there and pass, but kind of the biggest game with track position was in the pits and kind of like when there was a wreck. But it's a fun race. Congratulations to Pottles. It's a long time coming. She's been up there every week. So
Certainly indeed there. Now I know there's a lot of hard race and hard charge in there between all you guys, and when that big wreck happened, I gotta believe you're just a little bit happy that you didn't have to worry about anyone getting into your mess there.
yeah, yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, you can make it three wide, but the problem you had was when you get a run, people to just kind of block you up to the wall a couple times. But that's plate racing, But it was a great finish. I mean, coming up to the last lap. But it's all part of this, all kind of this package here.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, though, as you come away here with the second place finish at Daytona, definitely been a long little race and a long little battle to the end, but you're structurally in this one, so who do you want to thank for this?
Butt kicker. Everyone involved with us. I think we have someone new sponsoring us tonight, so I appreciate them being involved.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, here, congratulations on the second place finish, and what a race for you and this crew. Robert Conley, ladies and gentlemen, coming away second place out of the bunch here, and the one driver that I think has been waiting way too long for this little interview is Chantel the Throttle Pottle. And Chantel, first off, congratulations winning the serial race scheme here at Daytona International Speedway. And what a race this one was from the get-go. I mean, it was already colorful as it was on the track with the schemes and everything rolling around, but I got a feeling there was quite a few flashbulbs flying as you were coming across that front straightaway with this win in mind.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Only for them wrecking, and then there was no one behind me. I just cruised to the finish line and finally got it. Hate to see to get the win like that with no one behind me and everyone else wrecked out, but I'll take it.
I was gonna say actually, I mean, literally everybody had indeed wrecked out and taken you for a bit of a ride there, but I mean, when you saw it happen and all that, I gotta believe in your thoughts process was like, finally something goes my way for once.
Yeah, and just hope no one caught me with the draft, or I was really hoping no one had draft and they were like coming up behind me, because if they had to get that run, they would have just passed me.
Well, they didn't quite get that one this time, and they weren't able to come back at you here. So, Chantel, as you come away with the race win today here, is there anybody you want to thank for this?
Everyone at PTM Racing TV and our sponsors for pushing limits Racing League, and DustyPetes for throwing that trophy towards someone. I think it was Warren Young that won it, right?
Yep, we gave it to Warren Young for the scheme wise. Everyone here in the booth, myself included, really just liked that scheme, so we're going to give it to him for DustyPetes.
Awesome. Congrats to him too.
For sure. Well, nevertheless, though, congrats to you as well. I mean, finally getting that monkey off your back, getting a race win in here. It's been a long time coming, but congratulations, Chantel.
Thanks.
Chantel Bottle, ladies and gentlemen, at last getting that monkey off her back and wins one here on the show. Well, now that she's got one out, can she get more of them? Well, that'll all be up to her as she does in due time with this racing series. But nevertheless, race fans, thank you again for coming on board. And to DustyPetes, thanks so much for tuning in here with us and coming on board for tonight's race here, sir, and that crew down there. Wonderful folks. Be sure to check them out at DustyPetes.com. Also, a big thank you to our friends at PremierRacingSetups.com, Six Sigma Sim Racing, The Racing Groove, and Lightning Wrapz for their support this season. For all you fans out there, we appreciate you. We'll see you guys next time when the green flag flies on PT Racing TV.